5 a.m. on the dot. Here we are. I'm excited. I don't think I've ever been this excited at 5 a.m. in my life. Well, there was that one time. Well, never mind. We don't want to talk about that. But anyway, here we are on Monday morning, and we got a lot of stuff to cover here today. A lot of great things to talk about. The trip to Florida, that's going to be the main thing. I actually had to write notes because we did so much stuff in Florida, and I wrote down everything, and we're going to hit on that today. An amazing time. I got a box full of books right here to the left of me, and I bought books at every comic shop I went to. At the Comic-Con, I bought keys I've been looking for. I bought my very first slab. Spent more than I've ever spent on a book, so a couple of record breakers. I got my regular pull list from last week. I picked that up. There was a sale at my local comic shop this week as well, so I got some books there. I'm just going to show you a few of those. I did a video on the other channel if you want to check that out. But just a ton of great books, some autographs, a bunch of things, some artists I met. There's little Baby Yoda right there in the background, or whatever that is. I bought a Baby Yoda and everything. So just a ton of stuff to cover. Look at this. I even got a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card from Steve Whiting, a fellow Pacific Northwest baseball player. Look at that. I thought that was pretty cool. He gave that to me. A lot of great gifts sent my way. But you know what? Let's start off with the coffee that we're drinking, even though this isn't a coffee video, because we're taking this week off because I traveled quite a bit. Bob is and his wife, he's kind of a higher risk type thing. So we're doing our social distancing for a little while. So next week we'll be back. But I'm kind of quarantining myself for a few days, because I traveled 4 different states on Thursday and stuff. So just to be safe, but I'm feeling really good. No COVID thing. I still got my cough, but I always have my cough. But honestly, I'm feeling great, to be totally honest. So Florida, I don't think I got anything. But I am drinking coffee this morning, and I got just a regular home brew, but I got some eggnog inside here and some hazelnut in here as well. So a little combination. It's not bad. It's warm. I got a new coffee mug when I was at the con. Look at this thing. It's a little kitty cat one that looks that looks just like my cat. And so I bought I bought this, and there's eggnog inside of this. So not bad. She was sitting right next to me, but she left over there. She'll probably join me here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and say hello to some of the people in the chat. First one here was Travis M. Hello, good morning. Anthony says, I wish Tony was making an appearance. That would be kind of cool. Mark Spector, he's not making an appearance. I don't think so. Mark Spector is here. Hello. Sean, good morning. Let's see here. Mike, hello. Here I am. I started coughing already. I start talking, I start coughing. That's just the way it goes. I haven't coughed all morning. Biggie Shack was here. Andrew is here. Good morning. We're just going to go down here. David, hello. And then we'll get the ball rolling with a recap of everything. Comic Gaming Figures, good afternoon from the UK. Awesome. Hialeah, good morning. Got a lovely chance to hang out with Hialeah. And you know what? The guy's a class act. Smile from ear to ear. I loved hanging out with them. We went to comic shops together. We talked about a bunch of stuff, went to a Dunkin' Donuts, went out and had a burger together. Steve couldn't eat his, but I ate all mine. It took a little while, but you know what? Hanging out with him was absolutely fantastic. One of the highlights of the trip, to be totally honest. Spent all day, what was that, Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday with him. That was awesome. Drove all the way up to Miami just to see him. And some other people. Shane, hello, how are you? Let me just go down through here. John, good morning. Appreciate you stopping by. Mick A, good morning. Merry Christmas to everyone. Awesome. That's right. Isn't this week Christmas? Gerald, hello. My pleasure. Yep. Let's see here. We got Jeff is in here. I got to meet Jeff as well. Hung out with him for multiple days. Awesome to hang out with Jeff. Jeff's a lot of fun. He lives right down by Steve Whiting. The Collector P, hello. Me and Jeff would have some stories for you. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Double S, hello. Joe Lee, hello. Ben Compton, good morning. Let's see. Did I get Anthony? If not, good morning, Anthony. Hey, Nerdy Couch, my friend from Canada. How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you stopping by. Of course, we got Lost in Comics. Hello. Let's see if I can get totally caught up here. Let's see. I think I missed someone. I said hi to John. Let's see. There's my good friend Steve Whiting. Steve Whiting, awesome guy. Put me up for a few days. Can't say thank you enough, my friend. We'll talk about Steve here in a little bit. Flash Ray, hello. Hope you're flourishing. It was absolutely amazing. We're going to hit on that here in just 1 second. James is saying hello to Herminio. Herminio, hello. Let's see. Everything Comics. My good friend Bob. How you doing, my friend? I got some gifts for you. You're going to have to come get them here in a few days. And Gore Vidal. Gore Vidal, hello. Good morning. How are you? Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the trip. We're going to just kind of give you a rundown of the trip in general, and then we'll get to the books. And you know what? Like I said, I got a box full of books. I got some artwork to show you guys. Just a ton of great stuff. It was just fantastic. So I'm just, like I said, I had to write everything down because we did so much stuff. It was nonstop go, go, go from the very beginning. So here we go. Last Thursday, or the Thursday before last, that's when I left. So that was, we left at 6 a.m. and went straight to Chicago. Had a layover in Chicago, just kind of hung out there. And you guys can watch some of the stuff on my Instagram. I took a few pictures here and there. Then from Chicago, went to Orlando, which was where I stayed for the first half of the trip. Got there in Orlando, got my buddy Tony picked me up. That's Tony from Comic Pro Line. If you haven't watched the video yesterday that I put out, the best collection I've ever seen by far, that's his collection, and it's just a fraction. That's the thing. It's not even close to being like his best stuff. I mean, it is his best stuff, but he has just as good as stuff that I never showed like 3 or 4 times over. Didn't even hit his Batman stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. So he picked me up on Thursday night. We went to Living Dead Comics. That was the very first one we went to. And first comic shop there in Orlando. That was a lot of fun. It's kind of a very small place, but a ton of great books. Ton of really good wall books, slabs. We just kind of hung out there for a little while. I bought a few things. Like I said, I bought stuff from every shop, and I'll show you everything I bought here when we get towards the end. That was all we did Thursday night because it was late. You know, I just flew for 12 hours or whatnot. So Friday, we got up, and Friday we basically went comic shop hopping all day long. And that's one thing you can see on my Instagram. If you go there, I took pictures of almost all the shops, not all of them, but all the shops that we were trying to hit. I took pictures and stuff like that and put them on my Instagram. Again, bought books everywhere I went. Everywhere I went, I'm not kidding this, pretty much everywhere. If there was a customer inside the store, they recognized me. And I thought that was just awesome. They were like, oh, you're Bueller. I had to wear this damn vest the whole freaking trip. I only wear this vest when I do the videos and stuff because it's kind of hot, to be totally honest. And I was wearing a different vest on the trip, so it was even hotter. And you know what? It drove me nuts. But I did it, and I had the face mask and all that stuff on. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But we went to multiple shops that day. We went out to NASA as well, and went out to some shops near there. I met some artists. Which was the artist I met? I met Vito Serapo. I'm probably not saying that right. It's spelled Vidoserapo at the Infinite Mushroom, and their Instagram is at Paper Falcon Art. Instagram. So if you want to check them out, you can. I'm going to do a better video show highlighting their art coming up. But amazing artists. Got to spend some time with them and the people there at the shop and everything. Took a bunch of pictures and stuff, and I'm hoping maybe in the future I might be able to do some work with them. So it was pretty cool. But drove all over the place. We ended the day at Kingdom of Comics, and out there by NASA or whatnot. Maybe it's a different spot. But we ended the day buying a Hulk 181, another one for Tony's collection. It was $2,800. He talked him down to $2,600. And he said, yeah, I'm going to buy it. It was really funny because he's sitting there and he's kind of looking at this Hulk 181. And Tony has a different way of inspecting a book, and he kind of uses he uses backing boards to look inside of a book, and he kind of uses them like chopsticks. And the lady at the shop she was sweating bullets, man. She thought he was going to wreck it and stuff. And I was a little nervous too, to be totally honest. But he's like, no, I'm going to buy it. I know I'm going to buy it. And I didn't know if he was joking or whatnot, but he did. He pulled the trigger and bought it. He actually put some money down that night because it was late. And then he went back a couple days later and picked it up and paid cash and everything for another Hulk 181. So that's how we ended the Friday. Just going to comic shop after comic shop after comic shop. Let me go ahead and jump in the chat here real quick. Just say hello to some more people that jumped in. I think I saw K. Titus in here. Let's see. Just going up here. Let's see. Sam Felt, hello. Let's see. Biggie said, did you find the Fountain of Youth down there? Yep, I sure did, my friend. Feels pretty good. Raja Hama Comics, did I get that right? Probably not. Matthew says, awesome getting to meet you at the con. Awesome. Here's the thing. I met a lot of people at the con. And every person I met, man, it was fantastic. And I enjoyed every time I got the chance to talk with somebody. I'm not great at names, as you guys all know. But you know what? I don't forget the face and stuff. And just getting the chance to talk with everyone, I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved, every interaction I had with everybody was absolutely fantastic. So if you met me at the con or the comic shops or whatever, it was awesome. And I thank you so much for taking the time to come up and saying hello. Let's see. K. Titus, like I said, hello. Let's see. Jazz is best. Good afternoon from Scotland. That's awesome. We got international audience. I like to go international. Let's see. Just scrolling down here. Try to get everyone in here. Of course, we got everything comics. Said hello. It's Bob. Geek Hero. Hello. Of course, Al Red Sox fan, a good friend of mine. David, I say hello to you. Have to sport the vest. Hello, yep. Yeah, I'm sweating right now. To be totally honest. Let's see here. I think I might be caught up. I'm probably missing some people. Funk Comics, hello. How are you? Chill and Pull List. Is that right? Chill and Pull List, hello. Chili's Pull List. I think that's right. Yep. Rich, hello. Good. How are you? Rich. Now, Rich, I met Rich. Am I right? Rich was down there at the con. Rich, if that's you, I'm pretty sure that's you. Say yes. Just want to double check. I'm pretty sure it was Rich. Big O, hello. Catfish Billy, hello. I like that one. Yeah, see, Rich was one that was at the con. Rich was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I talked to him multiple times. And a very, very nice man. Invited me over for some Cuban food. I think that's correct, right? Trust me, when I get the opportunity to go back to Florida, which will probably be in just a few months, to be honest, like summer, I'm going to take Rich up on that because that sounded fantastic. That'll be awesome. But Rich was just an amazing guy to talk to. Like I said, talked to him multiple times. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate you, taking the time. Or Puerto Rican food. There you go. Puerto Rican food, but close. There you go. Come on, man. Ken, he says, love the autograph. Oh, you're welcome, Ken. Appreciate you purchasing one of those. I had some with me at the con. I sold all of them except for like two. I kept those ones to give away. So that was kind of nice. I only had like 8 of them or something like that. But let's get back to the con itself, which was Saturday, which is the day I met Rich and a bunch of other people. Let's see. Saturday was the con. Like I said, we're all written down. So I got to meet Steve Whiting, finally in person, a good friend of mine. Got to meet Jeff, Cantonese Comic Kid. Got to meet Stay Puff. God, I really enjoyed meeting him. I've been wanting to meet him for a while. He has a very calming way about them. And you know what? I can appreciate that. And it was pretty awesome. And you know what? When I saw these guys, the hell with COVID, I just went ahead and gave them a big hug. Sorry, I did. I've been wanting to meet them for a while, and I finally get the opportunity to see them in person. I've talked to them for years, it seems like, and now I got to see them in person. So that was awesome. So those were the 3 YouTubers that I got to meet that I've worked with in the past. Steve's been on my show. I've been on Stay Puft's show. I've done shows with Jeff. So it was really cool seeing all them at the con. And then there was a few dozen other people at the con itself that have either watched the show or fans of the show that I got to meet. I got something very special to show here at the very end. Kind of something I always do when I go to cons or whatnot and stuff. And I'll show that here in a minute. But everyone I met was absolutely fantastic. I was actually waiting outside the con before it opened and waiting for Steve to show up because I had a pass for him and stuff. And then a bunch of people just, as I was waiting, came up to me and, hey, you're Bueller, I watch your show and all this. And a lot of people said that they didn't even know about the con until I talked about it on the show. So that went a long way with the people at the con themselves. So I was like, he's like, oh, I didn't even know about the con until you talked about it. And then I was like, go tell the guy over there, which was the showrunner and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I got to meet Tugboat, which is the WWE wrestler. He's also the Shockmaster from WCW. And that was really cool. We had some memories together, his time in Portland and stuff like that. So he was like one of the guys I wanted to talk to. Very, for one of those guys who wrestled in the 70s and 80s, man, the guy is totally legit. He is in great shape. He looks awesome. He was a huge guy back in the day. He's like, 500 pounds, 6'6", whatever. He looked fantastic. And most guys, wrestlers from that time period, you cannot say that. So hats off to Tugboat, Shockmaster, whatever you want to call it. He actually had the helmet there too that fell off him when he went through the wall. It's great. We also saw Sam De La Rosa out there. I talked to him just a little bit. He was busy doing commissions all day. I want to say thank you to the showrunner, Lou, and Infinity Toy and Comic-Con for hosting me and giving me an opportunity. I mean, he's the one that paid for everything and stuff, which was he paid for the flight and everything I needed and stuff for the per diem and everything. And maybe him and I might be working together in the future because he does some exclusive comics as well. So I might do some stuff with him and probably be another guest at his show in August is probably the plan. So I'm looking forward to possibly going back there and hanging out. And the August one, I think, is probably 2 days long, and they have more guests and stuff, so it should be fun. So the con itself was great. I bought a bunch of books from there. I actually bought a couple keys that Stay Puft helped me find, which I thought was pretty cool. And you know what? We just had a good time. And then Steve and Jeff hung around towards the end, and then we all went out to an Italian restaurant, which was probably the best Italian food I've ever had in my life. And I'm not joking. It was me and Steve and Jeff and Tony, and it was fantastic. So I cannot say how great it was. I can't even remember what I had, but man, I would eat it every day if I had a chance. So that was Saturday. So then we headed home. Let me look at the chat. This is fun talking about this. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up here and see where I was last time. If I miss you, I apologize, but I'm going to start right here with, because I know I haven't said hello, Chubby Pop Chaser. No good comic shop. Every comic shop I went to, I enjoyed. So I don't know if I was close to the Daytona Beach, though, to be honest. Let's see here. Louis, good morning. How are you? David says, wanted to meet you, was busy with work. Heard you stop by my LCS in Fort Lauderdale. Yep, I went to Secret Society. Yeah, I went to a ton of shops. And sorry I missed you, but next time, man, I'm coming back to Florida. I can't stay away. Next time. There was a few people I missed. Rod the Rican, Alec White Whale, my buddy Jim, some other people as well. Ruben, I know I missed some people, so next time for sure. Let's see. Simple Simon, did I say hello to you? If not, hello. I probably did. Let's see. Just kind of scrolling down here. TSG Comics, good morning. Good morning. How was the coffee compared to Oregon? I like Oregon's coffee better. Although I did have what was it, a Cuban coffee? I thought that was pretty good. But honestly, my Mocha Express can't be beat. It is what it is. Miguel, hello, good morning. Let's see. You stopped by my LCS at different locations. What was that? Coliseum Comics? I know they have a bunch of locations. Let's see. Laser Twiggy Bueller, I got your order. Awesome. I saw your email. Man, I've been out of town, so I haven't really, that's why I haven't gotten back to you. But I'm going to send you your book. I already put it aside for you. I'll probably send it out today, my friend. He wanted a book, and you know what? I don't need it, so it's going to him. And he's sending me some artwork. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, they got a print for Biggie showing the tugboat dude. I thought that was pretty cool. Yep, a tugboat does rule. That was awesome. Brandon, hello. I like tugboat. He was so nice. I can call you Roger? Okay. Appreciate that. Tugboat leaves in your area. That's awesome. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Hey, cat. My cat just jumps on me. I'll leave a stool right here, and the cat's right next to me. Here, show him. Here. Do something. Do something. Do something. Idiot. Yeah, Tony Sanders, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Been on his show before. I won something, but I didn't win anything. Doesn't make any sense. He knows what I'm talking about. Constipated in Sin City. How you doing, my friend? Really, Paige? Be nice to my cat. Good old nipples right there. Look at nipples. Oh, nipples. Oh, good cat. She's a good cat. She's been next to me the whole time since I've been back. I mean, she was pissed that I left. And so she's like next to me the whole time. She's just sitting right next to me the whole time here. See my baby Yoda, Paige? Baby Yoda, or whatever. Yeah, Beulah's cat missed the living daylights out of him. She would not stop being out. Well, she was being a brat before I left. And I was trying to give her a hug, and she wouldn't let me. And so I was like, well, fine. You're screwed. So, oh, yeah. So that's my daughter, Paige, everyone. She's amazing. And Paige is saying, good morning, everyone. Awesome. Paige, I sent you a book. There you go. Planet Arizona Comics. Good morning, Bueller. Hope the trip was amazing. Let's get back to the trip. So Sunday was the next day, and Sunday we went to another Comic-Con I didn't even know we were going to go to. And it was like a horror Comic-Con or a horror fest type thing. So like a bunch of like TV show and movie type stuff. And they had comic books there, but not really hardly anything, to be honest. It was all horror comics and stuff like that. I did buy some stuff from the comic. I bought some independent books from there, but we were really there because the actor from, what was it? I wrote down. Creature from the Black Lagoon was there. The guy who played the creature, who's like 90 years old. We got his book autographed for the Jim, I believe it was. Was it for? Yeah, it was for Jim. And so that's really why we went there. So it was me and Tony. The guy's collection I showed yesterday. It's Tony from Max Pro, or not Max Pro, Comic Pro line. And then Steve and Jeff met us there. And so we were at that. We weren't there for very long. Rico Browning, there you go. That's the name of the gentleman who was we got the autograph from, or Steve got it for. And but it was a nice con. It was just, they didn't have really a lot of stuff. So we were only there maybe an hour at the most. But it was cheap. It was only $10 to get in, so it wasn't that big of a deal. A lot of the cosplay and stuff there, like the horror cosplay and stuff. So that was kind of cool. So I didn't mind seeing that type of stuff. I did buy. I think I just bought those comics. Those comics I bought from the independent creators I thought were pretty cool. So And then from there, we went to more comic shops. That's pretty much what we did. We just we're in town. They're in town, so we hit up 3 or 4 different comic shops that day. And it seemed like everyone was buying Star Wars books everywhere we went. And so we ended the day on Sunday at, I wrote it down, it was a Coliseum of Comics. And that was like their bigger location. I don't know. They have like 8 of them. They might have bigger ones, but it seemed like just a humongous shop. And so we were there for hours. We were there for quite a long time, I thought. And which is great. I ran into people there that watched the show. I talked to them a little bit. I found some comics. I'll show you here. Steve bought some comics. I think we all bought stuff there, if I'm not mistaken. That was a great shop. Tons of wall books, just gigantic space. I thought that was awesome. So we were there, and then we went to a pizza place. It was kind of like a New York style pizza takeout. It was just a window on the side of this building that Tony took us to. It was only supposed to be like 2 minutes away, but it was like a half hour away. Tony's concept of mileage and time is a little different from the rest of us. And his driving is interesting as well. You know, when you put your right turn signal on and you go left, it kind of confuses the people that are following behind you. But you know what? We all made it there in one piece, and that's what counts. So that was awesome. The food was great. After that, Steve and Jeff took off to go back to Tampa because that's where they're from. And I'm still in Orlando, and that's when me and Tony, we went to Disney World for the Disney Walk. It's something, Spirits or something like that now. I don't know what it's called. But the Disney Street Walk, we went and did that on, what was that, Sunday night. That was awesome. Really enjoyed just seeing everything. You know, it was all lit up, and Peter Pan's balloon and everything, and big, huge Christmas tree and all that stuff. And just a great time. I've never, I've been to Disneyland, but never Disney World. And that place is just massive. I mean, as far as to go to Disney World itself and to do all the attractions, it takes like a year. It seems like Disney Springs. There you go. Rich got Disney Springs. And then we went and did the Universal Street Walk type thing. And that was a lot of fun. That was all lit up, and enjoyed doing that as well. They're just right next to each other, like 10 minutes apart. And I thought that was great. So I had a lot of fun doing that as well. And that was kind of the end of Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. And then Sunday night, we went to Tony's house, me and Tony, and that's when he showed me that collection. He's like, "Oh, I want to show you this collection." And he's got this room that's all locked up. Everything's in safes, and he's got an alarm system and everything. I mean, it's locked down. I mean, it's be very hard to get to, and there's some deterrence along the way. Let's just say that. But anyway, Tony, he's like, "Come here, sit down, and I'll show you my collection." So I'm just sitting there, and he's going through safe to safe to safe, and he's just handing me Hulk 181 after Hulk 181, ASM 129, all the. I mean, you guys saw most of it in the video. But I was like, Tony, dude, I want to make a video of these books. He's like, yeah, that's fine. And I cannot stress to you guys enough how many books I showed in that video is just a fraction of what this man has in his collection. I mean, it's not even close. Full runs of Silver Surfer, multiple runs. He had a box of Spawn #1 newsstands. A short box, like 100 of them, newsstand copies. He's got 7 presses. That's what he does. He presses books, he cleans them, he does all that stuff. His whole garage is like another comic shop. I was just in the safe. He's got full runs of just books, and the books, I was going through a random box, and he had 5 sets of the Wolverine limited series. And he's like, oh yeah, I didn't even know I had those. And he's not kidding. I mean, there's a box that says Venom, and it's all lethal protectors. And it's just nuts, man, how much this guy has. And I cannot stress to you enough that what I showed was the only stuff I could show, because I had to say, dude, I cannot, you got too much. There's no way I can make it. We didn't even make it to the 3rd safe at all. And he's like, man, these are some good books in here. It was just massive. So, I mean, my next trip down, I'm hoping maybe another video, Tony's collection part 2 or something, and we'll go from there, because I'm assuming you'll have a lot more stuff as well. when we get down there. But that's the night where he showed me his collection, and we were up till like 5 o'clock in the morning filming that. I think I finished filming that video at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So we were up from, we started looking at it at midnight, going through it, putting it together around 2 o'clock. I started started to film it and everything and all that stuff. It was crazy. So, I mean, it was just an amazing collection. I didn't know he had it, to be honest. And it was not disappointing, to say the least. And, you know, some people who watched that collection video, some people gave me some crap with how, like, the book wasn't great. It was on the bottom and stuff, and maybe it was getting squished. And to those people, I tell them, get over yourself, okay? If you're going to give me a hard time for laying a book on the table, you know what? Think about something else to get all pissed off about. Give me a break. All those books, fantastic. They're all in great shape. Even if there was any problem with them, Tony can get it out because that's what he does, and I'm not joking whatsoever. So it's fantastic. Okay, let me look up here a little bit because I did see Connie come in here. Let's see. I think I'll go up to where Paige's thing was. Let's see. Okay, yep. There we go. We'll go from here. And we'll scroll down a little bit and see if I missed anyone. Steve's still in here. Bob's still in here. Let's see. Yep, Disney Springs. I was right. You got it. You helped me out on that one. Yep, Connie was here. Hello, Connie. How you doing? Let's kind of scroll down here. That collection you showed yesterday was blasphemous. It was something to be seen, man. It was absolutely amazing that this gentleman has all those books. Small Tropolis, is that right? That collection is saying I want to spend my holidays there. Or can Tony adopt me? Maybe. He might be down for that. Rich, he met Tony. You got a chance to meet Tony. Tony's full of life. Let me just tell you that. He's full of life. Full of life, full of energy, and full of stories, and never a dull moment when you're hanging out with Tony, to say the least. And I think everyone who met him over the last few days would 100% agree with me. Ty, hello. Good morning from Boston. I got my... Dunks, I'm ready to start the week off talking comics. That's awesome, man. Let me take another cough drop. I want a collection like you. Well, I'm going to sell a bunch of my collections, so there you go. You might have a chance. Let's see here. Scrolling down here. People saying hello to Paige. It's awesome. I'll have to watch that video today. I always enjoy someone's collecting interest. Yep, I think you'll really enjoy it, my friend. I think you'll really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, Jeff. It's coming up. Okay, so that was Sunday. Just fantastic. So Monday, Tony drove me down to Tampa, which is where Steve and Jeff and them are. And that was an interesting car ride. We had a little bit of problem. Tony fixed it. He's a fixer. That's what he does. He gets things done. So eventually we get down to Steve's place, and Steve has put me up for the rest of the trip. And so we get there, and I think we went to Red's Comics. If I'm not mistaken, I think Tony and myself and Steve, we went to Red's. And we met Jim Boatwright and his son, Little Boat. I don't know if that's his real name. That might be. But I got to meet them at Red's Comics, and that was pretty cool. You know, they had a lot of toys there, and I like that because they have a lot of G.I. Joes and stuff. And bought a few books there. I think I bought God Country 2 because I was looking for that one. So I got to meet them really quick. And Monday was really spent driving most of the time, to be honest. It took us a little bit longer than we anticipated to get there. So we just went back to Steve's after that. We had dinner. Steve made some burgers and stuff, and that was really good. And then that time I had to say goodbye to Tony because Tony had to go back to Orlando. So Tony, great host, for the first half of the trip. A lot of this wouldn't have happened without Tony, honestly, with his connections with the Comic-Con and Comic Pro line, and couldn't ask for anything better. So, Tony, thank you so much for everything, for your hospitality. If you're watching this, I'll talk to him later today probably. But Tony's a good guy. If you're looking for any comic book supplies, hit him up. You can find his information on my other videos. I'll probably post them on here after I get done with this video. But if you need anything from Comic Pro line, let him know. So Monday, just kind of settled in or whatnot. Steve put me up at his house. I'm pretty sure I had the master bedroom, which was awesome. And the bathroom and the shower was just amazing. Thank you, Steve. So Tuesday, where's Tuesday on my list? Tuesday was our trip to Miami. So we're going to drive up to Miami, which is like 4 hours away. And so we get up Tuesday morning, pretty early to get there. And so it's me and Jeff and Steve. And Steve did all the driving. So thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. And that was a great trip because I got to see I got to see Florida, a nice little road trip in Florida. So I really enjoyed that. Jeff mentioned a buzzard. There was like a big, huge buzzard on the side of the road. And there's a guy riding his bike on the side of the road, and this buzzard takes off, and the buzzard heads straight for the car. I mean, literally straight for I don't know what the hell, it's trying to commit suicide. But this buzzard comes straight to the car, and it hits right on the corner of the window, right by my face. And I kid you not, I could see the eyeballs of the buzzard up close because I was like this. And even Steve tried to swerve, and it still hit the car. Stupid bird. And we didn't see it after that. We don't know what happened to it. Hopefully it was okay. But it literally just slammed right into the car. Just for no good reason. I don't know. I guess that's what birds do in Florida. So then, and this is Tuesday, so the buzzard. So then we went down to a comic shop in Miami, and we met Hialeah, and that was awesome to meet him. He almost hit me. I don't know. He thought I was a bird or something. But no, I was in the parking lot. I was putting some garbage away or whatnot. So he pulled in, so I got to meet Hialeah, and I've been friends with him for a while. I cannot stress to you enough, meeting these people in person for the first time means so much, because all we've ever done is just this, talk to a little screen and talk to each other, which is great. But you know what? Meeting someone in person, it makes all the difference in the world. And he was a great guy, very friendly. Like I said earlier, great smile, and gave good directions. Loves the middle lane. Loves the middle lane, and he gave good directions. But we went to a comic shop right there where we met. That was a great comic shop. I really enjoyed that. And I bought a few. I think we all bought stuff from that shop, if I'm not mistaken. I bought some Alex Ross. I bought a variant. Ooh, I paid more than cover price, but I got a good deal. So we hit that shop first. And then we went to another shop, and I forgot the guy's name. What's the guy's name that we went to his shop? I forgot about that. You guys, Steve or Hialeah, help me out. Jeff, what was that guy's name that we saw? The first one was Tate's Comics, that's right. But the second one we went to was what's his name? And he's taller than me, which was fantastic because everyone's like, oh, you're so tall, you're so tall. I'm like, nope, you guys are short. You guys are all short. Was it Brian? Yeah, it was Brian at Phil's Comics. Yeah, that's it. Brian. Awesome, very, very nice guy. Went in there, and I like this. This was pretty funny because I think on the way to the shop, Hialeah was like, oh, do you get noticed and stuff, when you go places and stuff? I'm like, yeah, sometimes. And so we go to the shop, and met Brian. I've seen Brian before. I think we were me and Brian did a video together like a couple of years ago, so it's been a while. So we knew who we were. But as we're at that shop, the two customers were there, and both the customers were like, hey, you're Bueller. Hey, you're Bueller. And so we got pictures with them and stuff, and I thought that was great. And Brian was in there. We were all in there. It was like a lineup for the usual suspects. And I thought that was great. I got a couple of books there, and that was a lot of fun. So we went from there to another comic shop, and that's actually when we went to that restaurant to get the burger. And that burger we got was just massive and stuff. And my hat's off to Florida because, on the West Coast, I think Florida might be portrayed as a place that doesn't take the precautions that the like Oregon or whatnot does. I did not find that to be true whatsoever. Everywhere we went, people had masks on. Every business we went into required masks. I got my temperature taken multiple times everywhere we went. Disneyland, restaurants, you name it. I felt really safe the whole time, and that made me feel very comfortable. So my hat's off to Florida and the Floridians as well for doing their part like we all should. So I thought that was really cool. But even that restaurant we went to for the burger, I mean, we were the only ones in there, and they took our temperature and stuff. Mine was the lowest every time. Great burger, great food. And then there was a comic shop right around the corner from there. And so we went and we hit up that comic shop as well. I didn't find much there. I actually had to buy a issue I already had, but just a variant or something like that. I had a shake. It was an eggnog shake. Speaking of eggnog, I should take a sip of my eggnog. I had an eggnog shake. It was awesome. It filled me up. The burger filled me up. Steve couldn't eat his burger because he's lightweight. Had 2 patties. Oh, I ate mine. I had to separate it because it was thick and I couldn't fit it in my mouth. So I just ate one half and then the other half. But I ate the whole thing, not like Steve who just, chickened out. Steve tried to hide it. He's like, we look over at his plate and he's got like napkins and random shit on his plate. And to make it look like he ate it, I'm like, no, dude, you didn't eat your thing, dude. So he couldn't finish, but the rest of us did. So there you go. Sorry, Steve, throwing you under the bus. But anyway, we went there and that last comic shop, and that was a lot of fun. They had a lot of, I guess the owner wasn't there, so we missed out on seeing their big books that they had. Maybe next time. But the person who was working, they knew of the show, and that was kind of cool. So I talked to them a little bit, and it's always nice to meet someone that works at a comic shop that watches the show because we try to do our part to help out comic shops and to bring them more business. So I think I thought that was pretty good. So then from there, we went to what we do? We drove over to Chad's house. Yeah, that's right. Chad, MF90, whatever he goes by, YouTube is 90 or whatnot, which is great. And Chad's been a friend of mine for a long time. He was on my show like 2 years ago, and I did a spotlight with his channel and White Whale and Alec. It was like my very first spotlight thing I ever did. And I remember Chad coming on the show and he dressed up in a shirt and tie and stuff like that. So he's been a good friend ever since. And I finally got to meet him. We went to his house and stuff. And he used to work at Starbucks, so he can appreciate some coffee. So he made me a cup of coffee and stuff, a little mocha and everything. It was great. It was the best coffee I had there, was the one that he made. And he always says when I come down, he's going to make me some coffee. So he did. He followed through. So we hung out with him for about an hour or so, and just awesome. At that point, there's like 5 of us, and we're just talking about sports, comics, you name it. It was just a good time. And unfortunately, the night had to end, but it was a blast. And I had to say goodbye to Chad. I had to say goodbye to Hialeah. 2 great, amazing gentlemen that I can now mark off my bucket list of meeting them in person. And it was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. So Jeff and Steve and I headed back down to Tampa, 4-hour drive. Like I said, Steve drove the whole way. Guy's a machine. It was awesome. We finally get down back there, and we just kind of crashed. We were all pretty tired at that point. So let's go ahead and move on to Wednesday. This is the day before I'm leaving. You guys enjoying this at all? Am I just rambling? I haven't even got to the books yet. It'll be worth the wait to see all the books I got. But I really did have a blast, so I just want to share this with you guys. Thank you, Bueller. It was an amazing day meeting and hang out. It was, man. It was awesome. We went to Dunkin' Donuts. And it's the first time I've been to Dunkin' Donuts in like 20 years. And that was awesome. It was right across the street. So just everyone was just fantastic. Rick Root, hello, how are you? He's enjoying it. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see if I'll just scroll up just a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Enjoying the play-by-play. Very cool. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go on to Wednesday, new comic book day. More comic shops. That's all. I went to so many comic shops. I tried to get business cards for all of them. I think I lost some because I had a big box full of them. I don't know where it's at, so maybe they're still in my bag somewhere. We went to more comic shops. The first comic shop I went to doesn't carry new comics. They were all back issues. I thought it was an awesome shop. Really enjoyed it. The guy there was extremely nice, very friendly, and that's where I met none other than Perry Comics. And so Perry met us there, and everyone told me, "Oh, Perry, he kind of flakes on everybody." So he wasn't going to get away with it this time. I messaged him multiple times. So Perry finally showed up. He did show up like an hour later than he said he was going to, but he did show up. And Urban Legends, thank you, Steve. See, Steve is remembering all these shops for me. So Perry was there. I got to meet him. Perry, I give Perry a hard time, and he might not be there yet because he's younger. But at a certain point in life, you just accept you're fat and stuff like that. So if I offend Perry right now, he'll get over it eventually. But Perry is fatter than I thought he was because you only see him from like the here down on his videos. But he's got one of those beer guts and stuff like that. I was like, man, that's awesome. And he's only in his 20s. So by the time he's my age, that guy's going to be huge. So it was awesome seeing Perry and just knowing what's in his future. That's awesome. But no, Perry was fantastic. And he hung out with us for majority of the day, to be honest. I picked out some comics for him and he just bought them just because I told him to. Then we went to another comic shop. That was the Comic Club or the Comic Pusher. That's Dwayne's shop. And I don't know, Dwayne didn't know for sure if we were coming. Dwayne is a friend of mine, and I really wanted to go to a shop. And literally we walked in there and he lost it. And he was like on cloud nine. To see Perry, I don't know why, maybe a little bit of Perry, but mainly for me, let's just be honest, because Perry goes there or whatever. But he was so excited to have me there, and I was excited to be there. And like I said, he's a friend. He reached out to me about a year ago when things started going bad, and that we did some things to kind of give him some attention or whatnot, and he's been a friend ever since. So it was just awesome. And yeah, Dwayne was smitten with me. Yeah, he was kind of, to be totally honest. Him and his wife, two great people. And so he wanted to do if you ever watch his show, he does a thing where he shreds comic books in a shredder. And they're not like they're comics like dime a dozen type thing. But he's like, hey, do you want to do a shredded thing? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And this gentleman has been in the comic book industry for 30, 40 years. I mean, he's done it all. So I was an honor to be a part of it. And so he goes, go ahead and pick out 3 books in the back issue bins. And Perry picked out 3 books, and we did an impromptu shredding video. I got a button for it. I thought that was kind of cool, the shredder edition. So he's going to edit that video and put it out. It should be a lot of fun. I think I picked a Rob Liefeld book, a Daredevil book for Bob, and a Flash book or something like that. And he's sending me one, and then the other 2 he's selling them on eBay. They go to charity or something like that. So it's pretty cool. Really had a good time. That's where I bought the Baby Yoda. I bought that and some other stuff as well. But he was awesome. Let me make sure I got everything for him because he's just such a good guy. But you can go, if you're in Florida, if you ever gone to his shop, you're missing out. Because one thing I said to Steve after we left, because he's got so many books and so many back issue bins, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have time to go through all those and update the keys and everything like that. So I'm pretty sure there has to be some really nice gold in those back issue bins because he's got a couple hundred long boxes just sitting there. So it was awesome. Me and Perry had a lot of fun. I'm curious to see the video, how it turns out and everything. I think it should be I guess it's a live upload is acceptable. Yeah, yeah. Steve didn't like it. Steve didn't like the shredding or whatnot. And some people don't like it. But when it's a comic shop owner, and here he's stuck with all these books. And let's just face it. Comic shop owners get stuck with thousands and thousands of books that will never be bought. And they just sit there and sit there and sit there. And this is an opportunity to do something that people might enjoy and, maybe sell a couple more for charity and make a little bit of profit for it. I think that's not a bad thing at all. I understand people get, don't hurt the book or whatnot. And there's other things to get pissed off about than that, to be honest. I mean, these are like dollar books. So, it's not like I'm shredding a 181. But anyway, it was so much fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. We went to our last comic shop. I think after that, what was the last one? Steve, if you're still here, I believe you are. The last one we went to, that's where we met the artist. What's his name? Doyle, from Doyle Comic Art, or at Doyle Comic Art on Instagram. But yeah, that's your comic. We went to your comic shop was the last one. The Comic Spot. Is that it? Okay. SDA, hello. How are you? Appreciate you stopping by. So Comic Spot we went to, that was the last shop. And that's Steve's LCS, and that's Perry's LCS. So he followed us over there. And we got some Cuban sandwich at the shop, or the restaurant right next to it. Thought it was awesome. Joe Doyle. There you go. That was the artist I met. I'll leave a link to his Instagram down below. I'll finish that at the end of this video. But his Instagram is at Doyle Comic Art on Instagram. He fantastic artist. He gave actually. Why don't I just show? I have some of his stuff right here. I'll just show it right here. Very cool prints. He really likes doing Venom work. It's kind of his go-to stuff. But I'm going to have some digital images of this. I'm going to give it a little bit more proper introduction when I do another video or something like that. So, but anyway, might do some work with him in the future. It'd be kind of cool. But yeah, you can see his Instagram right down there. Maybe. At Doyle Comic Art on Instagram and Facebook, it looks like. So very cool. But he gave those to me. They're all autographed. So when he gets rich, famous, I got those. Maybe, I don't know, worth a couple bucks. But that's the shop I went to, and I spent, I bought a slab, my very first slab I ever bought for my personal collection. I bought in slabs I gave away in the Bueller boxes. I bought that whole box of slabs, and then I bought a slab to break open to see what it was like. And that was the only slabs I've ever bought. But this one is the one I bought for my personal collection. And you know what? I'll show it right now. Might as well, because we're almost at the end of the thing for the trip. But this is the slab I bought. And this was a cover I covered a while back. And I really love this cover when I showed it on my preview video. And I never saw it in the store. Never saw it in the store. It's Deadpool 13, which obviously has nothing to do with the cover. But you know what? I couldn't pass. It was $55 plus tax. So with tax, it's my most expensive book I've ever bought. And it's the very first slab I've ever bought for my collection. And it's pretty cool. 9.8. So I was pretty happy to get it. I don't know if it's worth it. I really didn't care. But there you go. My first. It's something to it was the last purchase in Florida, and I wanted to go big. And so that's what I decided to get. So that was the end of my purchasing in Florida. So I was pretty happy with it, to be totally honest. So that was the end of the day. Then Perry took off. He had to go make believe they never watched a movie before, make a video. But Perry was great. I really enjoyed talking with him and spending the day with him. Very nice to sit down and have lunch with him and stuff. Let's see. Met the artist, like I said. Then we just went back to Steve's, and I pretty much just had to get packed up, and get ready to go because I was leaving on Thursday to come back. Good for you, Bueller. Congrats on the purchase. Worth something. Yep, very much so. Edwin, hello. Actually, I missed it. Baby Yoda, his name is Grogu. I don't know. Baby Yoda to me. Grogu for you. That rhymed. There you go. Anyway, so we just went back and how were the strip clubs now? I don't know. I didn't go to any strip clubs. I wasn't. Nobody took me to any strip clubs. But that night, me and Steve just hung out and relaxed for a little bit, which is great, and just talked comics. Steve and I, it's pretty cool. We have different political views, and we actually talked politics for a while. And then at the very end of it, we looked at each other and we said we accomplished nothing. We just started laughing, and that's usually the way it goes. Here we talk politics for like 2 hours, and at the very end, nothing happened. We didn't accomplish a damn thing. And so that was pretty funny. But you know what? It was a lot of fun just talking. We actually have a bet going right now for $100, and maybe we'll share that later on down the road. But him and I have a bet. It's a political bet for $100, and it's pretty funny. So we'll see what happens. Paige, okay, bye, Dad. I need to open the store. I'll watch it. Okay, Paige, take care. Have a fun day at work, sweetie. People saying goodbye to Paige and stuff. What burger place was he talking about in Orlando? Teak? Yeah, I did go to Teak. Chris, I did go to Teak the first night. The very first night I was in Orlando, I did go to Teak. Me and Tony went there, if I'm not mistaken. And we sat outside and got this weird burger. I ate a lot of burgers. What's this? 55 plus tax. Beeler's biggest buy makes me feel bad. Even calling a common for a guy. I've dipped into $100 pool once or twice for slabs. Highest raw was 60. Yeah, I don't spend a lot. $100 when you lose the bet. That's right. You're gonna lose. We'll say what it was and then. Me and Steve just hung out that night. Got a good night's sleep. Woke up the next morning. Had breakfast and stuff. Excuse me. And then him and his wife, a wonderful lady. I cannot stress how nice his family was. Steve's family was just fantastic. His wife, his daughters. He's got a grandson on the way. If not, he might be there. But everyone there was just great. Steve's youngest daughter reminded me a lot of my daughter. I thought that was great. She was very nice. And for them to put me up for a few days, my hat's off to them. I told them I'd love to return the favor. They can come to excuse me, I'm sorry. I said they're more than welcome to come to Oregon anytime, and I will put them up and show them around and all the things they did. Just wonderful, wonderful people. So Steve, thank you so much, my friend. Your wife, your family, everyone there, even the dogs that were barking a lot. It didn't bug me at all. He's got like a bunch of rescue dogs and stuff that they're taking care of. It's pretty funny. But just awesome people. So they drove me back to Orlando, got on the plane, no problems at all. Orlando airport's fantastic. And then I went to 4 different places. I went from Orlando to Minnesota, and then from Minnesota to Denver, and then from Denver to Portland. So it was pretty much flying all day long on Thursday. And finally got home late Thursday night, around 11 o'clock and stuff like that. And I was pretty exhausted. But that was the trip in general, from start to finish. I loved it. I had an amazing time. Everyone, Tony, for putting me up for a few days. Steve for putting me up for a few days. Tony driving me around. Steve driving me around. Every single person we met, from YouTubers to just people that watched the video, I cannot say thank you enough. I mean, actually, it's like I feel like I've just been energized again, and I'm ready for another 3 years and stuff, So it's pretty cool. Nick, hello, good morning. Appreciate you stopping by here. Dre Van Doom, hello, how are you? But let me go ahead and show you some books, because these are some of the books I got. I'll start with just my regular pull list books I picked up yesterday, actually, from last week. So I'll go pretty quick, and then I'll get to the books that I picked up during the journey in Florida. So these were my regular pulls. The new Decorum, The Walking Dead #5. We'll go through these ones pretty quick. Batman #105. Rorschach #3. The Mortal Hulk, the special King in Black one-shot, I believe. Shouldn't have bought that one. I already read it. The regular Immortal Hulk, #41. Love that cover. Here is Dark Knight's Death Metal #6. Nice shiny cover. Captain America #26. Alex Ross. Goodness. Still on this one. We only find them when they're dead. #4. Big Girls #5. Haven't read any of these. Looking forward to reading this one today. It's one of my favorites. And American Ronin #3 of 5. What's up, Derek? I see you, buddy. So that was my regular pull list. And then my LCS was having a $1 sale. And I'll just show you a few books I picked up from the $1 sale. I made a video on the other channel, the Travis T channel. And by the way, we got that to over 1,000. So I thank you everyone who found that channel. It just got approved today for live streaming. So I couldn't do any live streaming when I was there on mobile. So now I can do it. So I'm sorry it took a few extra days, but it's good to go for any time in the future. If I want to do some mobile live stream, I'm going to do it on that channel, like comic shop visits, all that stuff. But these books were from my LCS. They're having a $1 sale. It's over with. But these were all $1, and this is just a small chunk of what I got. But I want to show them. They had a bunch. All the timeless variants were $1 that they had left. Mortal Hulk, Mortal She-Hulk, Human Torch, Fantastic Four. These were all $1. Did you get any of these, Bob? Did you go down there? The Thing, another Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic. This is Captain America book, Falcon. And like I said, I'm just going through these fast. I think this is a Fantastic Four or Avengers book. I don't know. And I don't know what book this is from. Medusa. So those are all $1. So I was pretty happy to get those for $1. And I cleaned them out. I pretty much bought whatever they had left of the Alex Ross covers. You guys know how I feel about those, and getting them for $1 is great. I did get some DC books, and I'll just show a couple of these. These were $1. Batman Killing Joke, book 3. That's a variant cover. And I picked up whatever variants they had of it. That's the tomato one. And then the axe one. So those are all $1 as well. So I bought a bunch of those. I bought about $100 in my LCS. So if you want to check out that video, it's up there from yesterday. It's on the other channel. It shows all the books I bought from the $1 sale at the shop, which unfortunately is over because they're not open on Mondays or Tuesdays. So, okay, these are the books I bought as I was going through the comic shops in Orlando and Miami and Tampa and all over the place. And I was looking for a lot of books that I missed here that I wasn't never able to find. And I found pretty much all the ones I wanted. Hold on 1 second. Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights, #1. This is a thick book, man. I didn't realize how thick it was. This is a book I never found when I was here in my area. We Live, #1. Another book I missed out on. Lonely Receiver, #1. I actually ended up reading a bunch of these. Archangel 8, #1. The Resistance, #1. These are all books I wanted to get when they came out and never found them in my area. Sam and the Talking, I think that's brand new. Sam and the Talking Gun, #1. Atlantis Wasn't Built for Tourists, #1. And Eats What Feeds It, #1. Assassin and Son, #1. That's pretty cool. Nailbiter Returns, #1. Post Americana, #1. I think that's a new book. Homesick Pilots, #1. Firepower, #1. Let's see, God Country #2. Glad I picked that one up. What a great read. First time I've ever seen one of these books. Rags #7. This is the final issue. Then I found this one, which I was pretty happy for, the Recount #1. And the funny thing is, the writer, Hedrick, I believe his name is. It's right there, Hedrick. I can't remember his first name. He was at the Comic-Con that I was at, and I actually got a chance to meet him and talk to him about this book. And I asked him, if you guys have read this book, you know it's about the president gets assassinated, and all the people who did it, they're going to assassinate everyone associated with the president, even the voters. I asked him, I go, hey, you know, is this book somewhat political? He goes, no, it's not really meant to be political at all. I thought that was interesting. And then he had this other book, this independent book, Freak Show Princess, and he autographed it for me right there on the front. And that's his book as well. His name's right down there, which is great. So I got that book from him. I didn't have this book with me, or I would have had him sign it. But really nice guy. Enjoyed doing it. He said that they're probably going to do a volume 2 of this. And I talked to him about possibly doing an exclusive variant for volume 2, which would be kind of cool. These are the ones I got from the second Comic-Con, the horror Comic-Con I went to. These were independent books. The Crossroads Conundrum, Harris of Island. I can't even pronounce it. #1 and 2. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool, so I wanted to support them. So I got this book, and they autographed it for me. It's right down there in the chest. And they had another book, which I thought this is pretty cool, Tales from Nocturnia. And let's see if anyone can tell me what this is from. Can anybody tell me what they're paying homage to on that cover? That's why I wanted it, because I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I thought this was pretty awesome. And if you know what this is, let me know in the comments what it's paying homage to and stuff. So it should be pretty easy. We all had them. We're going to be getting to some keys here pretty quick that I got. Close. I saw Cabbage Patch Kids. Close. It's Garbage Pail Kids. Exactly right. It's Garbage Pail. What's up, Jean-Claude? How you doing, my friend? DC dude, hello. Garbage Pail Kids, you got it. This is from an independent publisher called Second Sight Publishing, and they had a whole booth there, and I think these books got picked up for preview, so you're going to start seeing these in shops. But this is one of their books. I don't even know the name of it. The Edge. They gave me their whole lineup, which is pretty cool. This is called The Edge. Thought that was pretty awesome. This is the Divine Retribution. That's pretty cool. The Book of Leaxia. I don't know. Kind of neat looking. But these are all Second Sight Publishing. Lady Freedom #2. Joe, hello, how are you? Jay, hello, how are you? Billy, hello. Here is #1 of Lady Freedom. That's kind of cool. Here is the Book of Leaxia. Again, this is autographed right down there at the bottom by the creators, I believe. And this one was pretty awesome. I can't remember the name of it. It's on the book itself. It's a wraparound. Let me take it out of the bag. This kind of has some old Image 90s flair to it. This is called Chess #1. I thought this was pretty cool. And this is one of the characters on the team, I believe. I think so. This is Blowtorch. Is it Blowtorch? Blowtorch. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not 90s Liefeld goodness stuff right there, man. I love that cover. Autographed by one of the creators and stuff. So very cool. I was very happy to get these from them. And so I'm going to keep in contact with these guys and make sure that I'm covering them on our videos. Billy, good morning. How are you? On the recount, do you think the writer was being neutral in his answer, or was it politically slanted? I would be interested in concept to read. I asked him flat out, is it meant to be political or any sides? He said, no, absolutely not. I don't know much about the writer himself. It's the first time I've met him and stuff. Actually, maybe the first book I ever knew he did. But that was the very first thing I asked him. I go, "Are you trying to make a statement on what's going on right now?" And he's like, "Nope, not one bit. It's not meant to be political. It's just a story. It is what it is." So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. These ones were just books that I just purchased. That I liked. These were $1. Cosmic Odyssey #1, Mike Mignola. I was missing this one, Punisher Soviet #6. Never got that one that came out. This is one of those dollar essentials. V for Vendetta. Deceased Dead Planet #6 is the one that I just bought a double of because I didn't have any at that shop. This was only $1. I just like the cover. Superboy, the comic book I've seen on TV, #1. I thought that was pretty cool, so pick that one up. Now let me get into the more of the key issues that I picked up and stuff, and some AOKs from some people. So these two were from Steve. Nightbreed, look at that. I used to have this one. I love this Nightbreed, Clive Barker's Nightbreed. So Steve said I could have that. Steve also gave me this Rob Liefeld cable as well. Look at that goodness. This is the one I bought at Tate's, I think it was. Maybe not. Fantastic Four #1, the variant. This is the 1 in 50, Alex Ross. This one was only like $14.99. So I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted that one. Here is another key I bought. This is Detective Comics #475. This is the one with the Joker fish. The Joker fish. Thought that was pretty cool. That was from Coliseum Comics. And I just showed these the other day on the coffee video, and I said, dude, I'm missing 2 and 5. So guess what? I found them. Here is Punisher #2 of the limited series, and #5 of the limited series. So not bad. So that is done. Steve gave me this. Iron Man #8. Paige is gone, but she's loves Iron Man. So there you go. Working on the Iron Man collection, and Steve has helped out quite a bit on that. This is an exclusive Wolverine Black, White, and Blood #1 variant. Here is the trade dress one. And this one is the regular or the virgin one. This was a gift from the showrunner at the Comic-Con, and we're going to be doing stuff like this in the future together, possibly. So that'd be kind of cool. So I got those. Tony gave me this one. It's an Alex Ross Wizard special mail-in thing or something. I don't know. Thought that was pretty cool. Very nice looking. Biggie Shack, are you still here? Because this is Biggie Shack's book. Look at that. Chamber of Darkness #8. There you go, man. I took it. Very cool. Now here's some keys. A few keys I bought. So besides like Steve or Jeff or whoever is in there, does anyone know what this one is? Megaton #5. Does anyone know the significance about this book right here? Megaton #5. Don't say nothing, Steve or Jeff or whoever. You guys know who it is. Well, look at that. This is a key. I got it for $20. They had it marked at 30, so I got a deal. Savage Dragon for Spirit. No, I don't think so. But look at this. It could be, but that's not the key I'm looking for. Derek's got it. Liefeld. This is Rob Liefeld's very first published work ever done. So I shredded a Rob Liefeld book, and I bought the very first published Rob Liefeld artwork ever. So there you go. Pretty cool. I'm excited to add that to my collection. Maybe, I don't know if he signs this or anything, but that's kind of cool. So I like that. Another key I picked up, and I've been looking for this one for a while, but looking for a cheap price. The Uncanny X-Men #142, Days of Future Past. So I got this one for $20. So I was pretty excited about that, to get this for cheap, because that's about the price I wanted to pay. So I still need the other one for Days of Future Past, but very happy I got this one, to say the least. I already showed the slab. That was the last purchase. But there is one more book that I want to show, and this one's really special. And this is something I always do whenever I go to a Comic-Con or something like that. I always take a blank cover book, and I have people who watch the show or who recognize me. I ask them to autograph it. I know I missed a couple people, and I didn't mean to. But this book was autographed by a bunch of the people at the show that came up to the booth and were like, "Oh, I watch your Comics with Bueller. I enjoy your show," and stuff like that. So they all signed it, and I forgot to take it with me when I was traveling to the comic shops. And I wish I would have, because I would have had the people sign it there too. But just having something like this for the memory. And I wrote down at the bottom, Infinity Toy Comic Con 2020. And then, it's got all the signatures. It's got a feel on the back as well. But it's very cool to have this done. This is like the fourth one of these I've had done, with people signing them. And they're very awesome to have. And it's just a good memory for me to have everyone sign it and stuff like this. This is Batman Black and White issue 1. And this will be cherished in my collection. It's more valuable than anything I just showed you. So thank you to everyone who signed this for me, It's just awesome to have this as a token to remember such a great time. So everyone who took the time to do this, and everyone who I met who signed this, and unfortunately, like I said, I missed a few people, and I feel really bad about that. But I will catch you guys next time, and have another one for you guys to sign. So awesome. Get this thing slabbed. That'd be kind of cool. I never even opened the book. I couldn't even tell you what the story is. I just needed a blank cover, and they had this one in the comic shop I went to. I was like, that's the one I'll take. So it's current. So there you go. Anyway, that's all the books I picked up. Like I said, I picked up this really nice coffee mug for my kitty cat. I got Baby Yoda. He's got a name now, but I really don't care. Some other stuff here and there. I just had an amazing time, and really, because of you guys who watch the channel, who have made the channel somewhat popular and stuff, that's the reason why I get to do these wonderful things, and I can't say thank you enough. There are a few other things I want to go over really quick before we call it a day. There are some really good books coming out this week. You guys keep an eye out. The King in Black #2 comes out on Wednesday. I should be getting my copy of it today, and I'll do a little bit of a review tomorrow on the top 10 video. I don't try not to spoil it, but I'll tell you what I thought about it. So make sure you watch the top 10 video tomorrow, because I know I'm going to have that book on there. So King in Black 2 on Wednesday. Image has a bunch of great books this week. Department of Truth #4. Boom has Something That's Killing the Children #13. I already read that one last night. Great book. It'll be on my top 10 as well. I'll tell you a little bit more about it tomorrow. Another thing which is kind of cool, Bob and I, after the first of the year, Bob, my co-host of the coffee video, we'll be back next Monday for our regular coffee video. We'll be talking about the best books of 2020. We're just going to kind of get 2 weeks of information for that and kind of compile it all in one. But Bob and I are going to do another show, a new show, and we're going to do a speculation show. But it's going to be a speculation show that only really Bueller and Bob can do, to be honest. I don't know if it's meant to be taken seriously, and but it should be a lot of fun. I kind of pitched it to Bob and asked him what he thought about it. He thought it was pretty fun and stuff. So we're going to do a speculation show. I don't know how often we're going to do it, but it should be a lot of fun. We'll see what people think about it and stuff. And like I said, don't take it too seriously. It's not meant to be tremendously serious and stuff, and it's definitely not going to affect the market anytime soon, to be totally honest. But it should be good. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. Does Bob have time for that? Yeah, we're only going to do it like once or twice a month, so it's not going to be a weekly thing. And it's probably wouldn't be a very long show either. Maybe probably like a 15-minute show or something like that. So shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. What else do I have on here? New show with Bob. I got that. Next week's books. I mentioned the other channels. You guys got it to 1,000, so I appreciate that. Really, that's it. I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover today. I wanted to show all those books. I wanted to show, talk about the convention that we went to and everything, and the trip to Florida. If anyone has any questions now, we got about 100 people watching. Now's the time to ask. Do me a favor, put a question mark by it, so that way it makes it easier for me to see it, to be totally honest. You and Sam should do a spec show too. Yeah. We might be doing a BS show on Wednesday, the Christmas special. I mentioned it in the chat the other day. I don't know if Sam wants to do it or whatnot. Haven't seen Sam in a couple of weeks. He's been busy with the ladies. But we might do some live stream or something on Wednesday. Let's see here. Always actually good on Spec Bueller isn't bad, so it might be a serious show. Yeah, I don't know about that. It'll be a fun show, and people might enjoy it. I mean, it's a speculation show where. I'm trying to think how to put it. It's going to take you a while to figure out if we're wrong or right. So I guess we're never wrong and we're never right. So, but it should be good. I'd be curious to see what people think. No, it's not going to be live. It'll probably be recorded. Take care, Steve. Thank you, buddy. Awesome guy. Go check out Steve's channel if you want to see me actually purchasing the slab. Like I said, his very first video on his channel is me buying the slab in real time. It's pretty cool. All Canto comics will be worth $25K each by the end of the next year. That might be on there. Yeah, I'll be back. I plan on being back in probably August. I think that might be the plan. Sam is a ladies' man. That's exactly right. Erica Brown, hello. How are you? Let's see. Take care, John. That's right. Christmas is this week, holidays, and all that good stuff. Hopefully everyone has a amazing week. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. A Facebook comment group I'm in push Darkhawk up the speculation market as a joke. It works, so you never know. We're not pushing nothing. That's the thing. We're not pushing anything as far as like speculation. It's speculation, but we're not. You're gonna have to watch it, because we're not pushing nothing really. It'll be fun, People will steal it right away. I'll put it to you that way. I don't know, but that is a question. So you thought of that one. What did you think about the last Ronin? I never read it. I never bought it. It was more than $4, so I passed. That's the truth. And it was a bigger book. And it doesn't make any sense. So tired of spec shows. Well, you might like this one, because honestly, so am I. I don't really watch spec shows, so I figure I might as well make a spec show with a twist and kind of have some fun with it. I'll tell you this: we're not telling people to go out and buy anything. That's for sure. It'll be on mine. It'll be on my show. It'll probably be on Fridays, more likely when it does come on. I'm going to be doing some more live streams on Fridays and stuff. How about a topic, your favorite, most top valuable comic in your collection? I think that's my Hulk 181 will be the most valuable. I'd be curious to see what the most valuable collection or most valuable comic that Bob has in his collection. I might have seen it already, but every now and then he surprises me with some of the books he has. Actually, Steve, when I was at his house, he surprised me with some of the books he had as well, which is pretty cool. Do you think you got your touch of illness from someone who signed that book? I don't really have a touch of illness. I actually feel like $1 million, my friend. Double S, hello, how are you? Appreciate you stopping by. If you're talking about me coughing, I'm coughing because I'm talking. And that's usually the case whenever I talk a lot. And honestly, that's why I do, one of the reasons I like doing recorded videos is because I will start coughing and stuff. You can ask Bob. He said that we have to take a break and for me to stop coughing and stuff and go from there. Let's see. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I think this has been a fun show. I got some stuff I got to take care of today. I got some bills to pay and all sorts of good stuff. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me today for the wrap up of the Florida. I'm going to be giving some more attention to those artists I talked about. I'm going to feature them on upcoming coffee videos and stuff like that. Who would win, Biggie Shaq versus Hulk? Well, Biggie Shaq is real, so I'm going to go with Biggie Shaq, and Hulk is a make-believe character. But if they're both real, I'd go with Hulk. But Merry Christmas. I think Christmas is Friday. I don't know for sure. Make sure you go pick up your books this week on Wednesday, even though it's close to holiday and all that good stuff. But thank you so much, everyone who watched the videos. If you haven't checked out the video from yesterday, the collection video, please go ahead and do so. I think you're going to enjoy it. Like I said, it's just a fraction of what that gentleman has, and it's just insane. All right, everyone, appreciate your time. Do me a favor, enjoy the week. Get something good for Christmas or Kwanzaa, whatever it is. I don't know. Whatever you celebrate it to the best of your ability. And there you go. Hey, we got a super chat there. Look at that. $1 holler from DC dude. That's a duck slap right there. Every time we get a super chat, we slap that duck. Slap that. Double slap for the duck. There you go. $1. That'll buy me $2, man. So I appreciate that, DC dude. See, that must stand for Canada. That must be what that stands for. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Herminio reminded me to slap the duck. Yeah, of course. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week. And you guys are awesome. I will see you tomorrow for the top 10 video. All right? Later.